So here we go then. Welcome to another edition of Game Day, the show, where the Cowie Army share their thoughts on all things town. And we're here at Portman Road. Another bumper crowd, pack out PR and all that. 27, 28. Oh, so many town fans. It's going to be a great atmosphere. Looking forward to this one. Of course, Lincoln City are in town. Can the Blues make it 4 wins in a row? We shall wait and see. Let's go and get the team news. Let's go. Okay, team news is just dropped and I'm joined by good old Liam, my friend. You're making your debut on Game Day. Team news. It's looking nice. Your thoughts on it?
Yeah, good lineup. Few changes. Wolfie in for Keogh, Harness in for Edwards, and then Ladapo's back starting. So I think it's our strongest starting 11, and we've got with Edwards, Jackson, and John Jules off the bench. It's solid finishes if we're struggling to break them down. So we'll see.
We'll see, my friend. Let's get into the ground. Shout out to Mark for filming. There we go then. Ipswich Town 0, Lincoln City 1. Bumper crowd. Shout out to all the fans out there. But today, disappointing defeat, my friend. Ben Diaf is joining me. Your thoughts?
Yeah, disappointment obviously overrides everything. It'd be difficult if I was lost for words for something like this. It'd be completely useless, actually. Terrible content for the East Anglian
Next
Daily
person,
Times.
please. Next person. That kind of.
Disappointment is my overriding feeling. I actually give quite a lot of credit to Lincoln. We weren't quite at it, but the side of the quality that we've got in our side, even if we're not quite at it, we should still be winning these sort of games of football. Lincoln they had a very good game plan, probably as a few guys have said, like similar to Cambridge in terms of the way they got men behind the ball. I mean, the goal was a bit of an anomaly, the way it just flew up in the air and then fell to the back post. But I think overall they will look back at that and think Ipswich, we should have defended it better. But once that goes in, obviously there's only one side trying to get another. I mean, they weren't even in it. However, we have got to expect that in this league with the quality we've got in this side. I thought Jackson, number 5 for them at the back, was absolutely superb. Everything you wanted from the centre half. I don't even think their time wasting was ridiculous. Like, I've seen a lot worse at Portman Road. I think, again, we slag them off when they're bad. Win, lose or draw, the referee I think was fine. Like there wasn't a reason. I don't think there's a scapegoat. I just don't think we were at the races. I would mainly put it down to the first half. I don't think first half we were enough. I think 25 minutes went by. This is when it's still 0-0, and we created next to nothing. And I think that's where the game was. In that moment, actually, I think that's where the game was won and lost. We didn't push them from the start. We didn't have a fast start. When I've seen us play well, apart from Cambridge, is we've had a fast start. We've put them under pressure from the get-go. And yes, we huffed and puffed at the end. And yes, on another day, we would have scored and equalised. But I actually think overall, did we create enough clear-cut chances to win the game? Possibly draw, yes, but win the game, no. So really disappointed. It's a learning curve. League One is going to be the same as last season. The top teams are going to keep winning. It's actually a really bad day for Town today. We need a result Friday now because every point is a prisoner. Plymouth have won, Sheffield Wednesday have won. Everyone sees the results. It's going to be like last year. The top 8 are going to keep winning. We can't afford drop points like this at home. Disappointed. We go again. Not going to go mad about the team. We played some lovely football at times, but it just wasn't enough today, Ross.
Up next, I'm joined by good old George. Man. Defeat today for Town. Your thoughts?
Disappointment, but not because of Lincoln or anything. Just at ourselves. It feels self-inflicted really what happened today, but just as this day at the office, it's going to happen. But I have to say, credit to Lincoln, executed the game plan perfectly well. What can you say from them? But from us, I thought we were a bit sleepy really from the minute go. Just didn't really look at the races. I thought we looked second best at everything. They had a little bit of luck. We didn't have that. And then that corner, I saw that was going to happen. That ball's going, that's going to back sticks. And it did, and it went in.
Second game in a row as well.
Yeah, second game in a row. That happens. And then we just then have to try go again, try and blow the house down. And we just didn't. I think we had 33 shots.
A lot of ricochets, of course. A lot of ricochets.
A lot of ricochets and all that. But we just weren't. The final ball wasn't there, but we just didn't look really at it at all, which is quite disappointing. And in this league, every point you get is important. You know, we're seeing Plymouth, Sheffield Wednesday have won. They've won quite convincingly today, and we haven't. We've just got a loss. We didn't even get a draw. We've got a loss. It's just more of a disappointing day at ourselves, but we just now know we can't afford to keep doing that. And, well, Friday night, it's going to be massive already, isn't it?
Coming next, I'm joined by a man making his debut. It's Oliver. How you doing, my friend? And thoughts on today's defeat?
Yeah, I'm not bad, thanks, mate. I'm not really sure, because when you have a look at the stadium, it really is a Premier League club, but do we really belong there after that defeat?
Ooh, okay, carry on.
Do you see what I mean? Like, obviously, don't get me wrong, Lincoln's goal was a bit like, our defence was very, very bad on that. Our attacking was really good, but at the same time, we were just passing sideways and backwards half the time. And obviously, when you want to get up and score more goals, you can't really, that's not going to get you anything. Sam Morsey, I thought, was really, really good today. Probably my man of the match. He was getting up there. He was trying his hardest to go around players, trying to make the effort, trying to make the shots, trying to get in the passes. Yeah, no, I think he did really good, making the tackles as well. Yeah, really good.
Would you say today's just a bit of a blip? We just weren't at the races at the beginning. Lincoln came here with a game plan and they got the 3 points.
Yeah, genuinely, I do. I think they just kind of got lucky, I guess. They kind of played the game and won. And there's not really much we can do about that at the end of the day. We're still second or third, I'm not sure. But Plymouth won, and really we should be winning if they're winning.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Coming next, I'm joined by good old Matt Macon. And before we get into the game, my friend, the defeat, unfortunately, look at this bad boy here. Turnstile Blues, out today. I'm sure you're going to put it out later on as well if you want to get a copy. How did they get on? And yeah,
we've pretty much sold out. I think we've got a few hanging over that will be available. We'll put the eBay link up later. But yeah, no, we've had good sales again today. Everybody sort of came out and looked for us, and yeah, we've shifted pretty much all of the print runs. So thank you to everybody who came out and got a copy.
Love it. Let's talk about the game then, my friend. Defeat against Lincoln City. Your thoughts?
I think we were a bit poor today. It's just, I'm not particularly angry about it. It's just one of those games. I think we were going to lose at home at some point this season. Lincoln came with a good game plan. They pressed high. They looked up for it. They had good energy. And I don't think we got going really at all until probably about 20 minutes. Probably until about 15, 20 minutes into the second half when we made those changes. I think maybe it's a masterclass in how to play against us, you know. I think the wing, so Davis, who had a good game, and Burns, who I think didn't quite have such a good game today, I think they were very kind of shut out. Lincoln very much. I know there was at one point it was two players on them every time they had the ball. Couldn't break the lines. You could see they were quite happy for Evans and Morsey to have the ball in the middle of the park because it wasn't really going anywhere. Although I will say Evans, I thought, was good today in his distribution and his tracking back. I'm a bit disappointed with the defending for their goal. Really,
Second
the ball.
week in a row, mate.
I know, and I know that ball's looped up high, but I think there's enough blue shirts there. We shouldn't be letting that second ball coming in. Certainly, shouldn't be having a free man on the back there. Really, Walton, I feel for him there. He's a little bit exposed. Not a lot he's doing to stop that going in. Second half we were improved, particularly I thought Edwards looked really good when he came on and lively. He runs at people, and that gave us a bit of a threat, but our finishing was poor today. You know, we spent a lot of the time in the second half camped in Lincoln's half, but it felt the more closer we got to the 90, the more desperate we got for a goal, and the scrappier our build-up play got. You know, we looked very rushed and hurried. And yeah, I think I will give credit to Lincoln. You know, we can talk about Ipswich being poor today, and they were poor today, but I think credit to Lincoln. They've come up, they've set up well, they've obviously done their research. Perhaps Kieran McKenna's actually been outthought for a change. You know, it's not gonna.
Yeah,
it's completely distracted. I was getting my head on it, and it's not going to ruin my evening. But we've got to learn from this, as we've learned from any sort of adversity we've faced so far this season, and we've got to do better on Friday against Derby, especially as it's on Sky.
It is indeed. Cheers, my friend.
Cheers, Ross.
Up next, I'm joined by Francine and Wazza. It's been a while actually since we've had a bit of a disappointment day to talk about. Francine, we'll start with you. Your thoughts?
On another day we win that.
Yes.
Because on another day, one of those shots in the second half goes in. But Lincoln fully deserved the 3 points. They defended brilliantly. They stopped Harness and Chaplin getting in the game, and stopped Burns having a proper impact. I don't quite understand why our players don't get Davis in the game, who spends the entire game wide by himself and no one passes to him. But yeah, another day we win that, but we go again on Sky.
Indeed. Let's have a huggy.
Yeah.
Hug. Sorry, last time, just sort of behind the scenes sort of content. We did do a nice interview in Morecambe, a really good chat. Brillient interview.
Best game day that everyone will never see.
Yeah, but we won't point fingers, but it didn't focus. But you're focusing now. Good old Peachy's got the camera. Enough of that though. We've got to talk about the game. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I think like Francine said, Lincoln were full value for it, weren't they? They came with the game plan. They clearly knew what we were about, done the homework, and got the win. They defended really well in the second half. I know we've had 33 shots, but I think only 5 were on target. Got to be more clinical, haven't we, at the end of the day? I think the main thing now is that we go again on Friday on Sky, and we bounce back. We don't want to make this like a stumbling block. We don't want this to be the first game of an almighty Ipswich Town collapse. We want to get back to winning ways, and if that can happen, then you kind of look at it and go, you're never going to win every game of the season. But if it doesn't, then you might start to get a bit worried. I think the main thing for me is, I think the foundation of McKenna's success at Ipswich has always been keeping the ball out of the net, and today they've scored with a free header at the far post after a confusing corner. And we've conceded last week, and I don't think we've kept a clean sheet since Cambridge, but before that, 2 at Plymouth, 2 at Sheffield Wednesday. We've got to start, I think, getting back to getting back to keeping clean sheets, but we didn't turn up in the first half, did we?
I think we also need a plan. We need a bit of pace when we're going forward, because we keep the ball really nicely, but we don't ever go forward quickly. And I think that's when Edwards comes on, or Jackson the second today as well. We created more because they're running at them, and defenders don't like that. But a lot of games, and it's not just today, it's a regular occurrence. We play it really nicely, lovely passing football, but it's slow. And we don't seem to have that plan B all the time, I don't think.
It lets teams get back in, doesn't it? Because you see the ball go across. Whenever George Edmondson gets the ball, you just think, can you move it to Leif Davis? And he always knocks it back, and Sam Morsey's there just going, okay, I didn't really want the ball. So I think like Francine says there, get a bit of pace in the game. Edwards and Jackson were a bit of a bright spark. I think Edwards' first touch was a direct run into the box, wasn't it? And you've got to hope that we can just get that bit more aggression. Is that the right word?
Yeah, I'll say so.
Yeah,
a bit more physical. Yeah,
a bit more not direct in terms of hoofball, but a bit more driven at defenders, because we've got players to scare people. And when you're tapping it around, these teams like Lincoln, teams like Cambridge, they can head balls away, and they can do that really well, and they can do that all day.
Pace will hurt Derby on Friday, because their defence is old.
Yes.
Stearman, Curtis Davies, they're all old. In the nicest possible way, for footballers, they're old.
Yeah.
Run at them, they won't like it. So we need more of that drive and a bit of pace, because they won't like that. So yeah.
As long as we can go again on Friday, I think we'll move on quickly. But got to do that first, didn't we? Easier said than done.
Yes.
Yeah. We're just having a little embrace here. Francine's a bit.
Sorry, Francine, can't bring him. There we go. Thank you.
The squad.
Coming next, I'm joined by Liam, who joined me at the start of the video, the team news. We weren't expecting a 1-0 defeat today, my friend. Your thoughts?
Yeah, we were not. We gave it everything, didn't we, really? I think nothing dropped for us. A bit unlucky. The goal was a soft one to concede. And then, we created quite a lot. We created a lot, actually. We created enough chances to win. At least draw. So, one of those. They threw their bodies on the line. They got a bit fortunate. And we probably weren't quite at our best, but we go again. It's probably not a bad thing also to lose before Derby.
Yeah.
Fire us up. We'll see. Disappointing. Always come to the game optimistic these days. Always think we're going to win, which is lovely. So yeah, fingers crossed we turn it around against Derby on Friday.
Indeed, and I want to quickly just talk about the amount of chances we had, though, and I just think one of these has got to go in the net at some point, but it just didn't happen. And where do you think we need to improve on that?
A little bit of composure.
Yeah.
I think we made the chances. Like we were in good places, just blazed a few over the bar, a few good blocks from them. I'm not overly concerned. I think on another day, we get at least one of them go in. Just the luck of the draw, isn't it, today? But yeah, it'll be all right.
It'll be all right.
Yeah, we'll
Cheers,
be all
man.
right.
It'll be
Thanks,
all right.
man.
Okay, we've got a different style for this video right now because me and Peach are just sort of slouching on this wall. Thanks for joining my friend as always.
That's all right,
a
not a
lot of
problem.
great thoughts so far, disappointment thoughts and all that sort of stuff. Mike's going really up and down with the camera. I don't know if I like it. Maybe I do like it. I'll watch it back.
That's
But
fine.
anyway, enough of that.
It's fine. Let him do his thing. Let him do his
Yeah,
thing.
let him do his thing. Take it away, my friend. There's so many different thoughts I already had, but do it as you will.
Well, I think I'm going to echo everyone else's. It's just, I always think like you get games in the season where we could have been there all bloody day and we wouldn't have scored. It's just one of them. I must say, massive credit to Lincoln. Their game plan worked first half. We were very slow, poor, defending from the goal. I mean, he's bloke at the far post. He's there all like there, all blooming corner. No
You
one
say
picked
bloody,
him
but
up.
he's fine.
Yeah,
Isn't it?
sorry,
He's
yeah.
fine.
He's there all bloody corner. Just comes to and nods and you think, oh, here we go. But then second half, we came out, we dominated second half, but we couldn't hit a cow's arse with a banjo. We really couldn't. It was just, I think what something for me was, I think it was the 85th minute, I think Jackson shot, and their defender just sat on it. It blocked it and sat, and I thought, I turned to my wife and dad and this just ain't going to be our day. So, we lost, we move on. We've got the Papa John's Trophy Tuesday night.
He keeps forgetting about that, by the way. I'm going to be there at game day. Peach is going to be there.
Yeah.
Other people are going to be there.
Love the
and we're talking about
trophy.
Derby on Friday. Big game, of course, on Sky.
Mr. Heath's team.
Oh, yes. Hello, Heath.
Controversial. Hello, Mr. Heath.
But yeah, I think today's a disappointing day, but we haven't actually mentioned, 27,000+ at Portman Road.
Yeah,
again.
that's
incredible, isn't it?
That's brilliant. Like, where were we, 5-6 years ago, we were getting 12, 13,000. It's just a club to be proud. I know we've lost it, but it's a club to be proud of. Like, I remember when you get asked you support maybe 5, 4, 6 years ago, who support? Oh, yeah, Ipswich. Now it's yes, we're Ipswich. We're getting 27,000 at home. Yeah, we've lost today, but you know what? I don't care. We've got clubs definitely back, definitely on the up. You're not going to win every game. We're on Cambridge, and then I'm sure we'll put it right next Friday against Derby.
Nice,
up at
mate.
town.
Okay, then finally, best to last, of course, it's good old Mike. My friend.
Good old Ross.
Defeat today.
Where's Mark?
I don't know, mate.
I said he'd see
I think he's ill, still, isn't he? No? Is he's just disappointed. He's gone off on a strop. Defeat 1-0 against
he's not
Lincoln.
happy with that game, yeah.
Yeah.
I
But
think a lot of people are happy about that game.
but you're here today, my mate. Share your thoughts.
Yeah. It's like, and I listened to a few things on the way up, as I was up, down, across, whatever, coming here to the game and that, and it just felt full week training, yeah. After 3 wins, a difficult week.
Yep.
Bang, 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 Morecambe away and the last one. And he got a full week in the training ground. And I think that when they came out today, it almost, on paper, looked like the best team that we could put out. Yet, they came out, and it was almost as if they thought, oh, we don't need to do anything to win it, this game. We've won it already. We've got the best team out and everything else. And they just themed just off the pace a little bit. All the balls just didn't have, they just weren't sharp. And Lincoln took advantage of that.
Yeah, I felt
Got
some of
the
the
goal.
players are just. Sorry to interrupt. I'm being very rude here, Late Jim. I'm so sorry. Sorry,
You've
Mike.
been very rude,
I'm
Ross.
being rude. I should just. Actually, you know what? Just carry on talking.
Yeah.
I want to ask. I just felt some players were just getting away at each other, like some shots, players in the box getting hit.
Yeah, there was no fluidity at all. Whereas before we've seen this football, and this kind of football that's been winning games where it's just been pass, net. You know what I mean? It's just been so fluid, and this time, I think it's like they came out, realised that Lincoln's game plan was to basically park the bus on the break. If we get a goal, that's it. Shut the game down. But I'm not taking anything away from Lincoln. They got to every ball, every pass that was put through. Maybe it was because of them that they stopped our flow. They pressed pretty well, obviously deep in their half of the pitch when we got into that half. But there seemed to always be a red and white shirt there. You know, the shot would come in, cross would come in, there'd be a boot, and it'd be out. And they were pretty focused, I think, for a team. They're focused on coming down here, and maybe they would have settled for a point, but they've gone away with 3. I think they'll be really happy going up with 3 points. Don't think they would ever have dreamed of getting that, to be honest, looking at this squad and the way it was going up. But I just think that we just weren't there. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I agree with you, my friend. We had a lot of thoughts today. Disappointed faces. Of course, you know, it's one game. We're going to lose it again at some point, weren't we? Just today, I just didn't think we were at the races at all in the first half, especially. Second half,
Ross, before this game, we were all talking, can we go unbeaten throughout October? Yeah, can we win every game in October? Because on paper it looked like it was doable.
I know.
Right?
We're at Sky. We're playing Derby on Sky. We're never going to win. So we're going to lose this month at some point.
Well,
but,
Sky, yeah. I'm not one for the Sky curse at the end of the day. We're on iFollow every week. Every game's on iFollow.
True.
Cameras are here all the time. What's the difference? What's the difference?
I think
to the players and that,
yeah.
There's no difference whatsoever. Cameras are always at the football match, and they have been ever since lockdown or whatever.
Yeah.
So anyway, it's been a good day. You know, got here early, 12 o'clock or whatever. Went and fan zone, saw Pablo.
Oh, ole,
ole.
He's up
Hello,
there, of
Pablo.
course.
Pablo.
Oh, what a moment that was.
I think that's the only thing he's going to be remembered for, isn't it?
No, the back heel. Back heel.
And the back heel.
Yeah.
Right, and back heel as well, yeah.
Bono's looking very weirdly at the camera. Are we still recording?
I think we're running out of film.
Oh, we run out of film?
Yeah, I think we're down to our last 10 VHS is running out.
You can have the final word, my friends.
The final word?
Yeah, the final word. We've got 2 more games this week. Of course, Papa John's Trophy game at Cambridge, and then the big game.
We've already qualified, don't we?
Not technically, apparently, not mathematically.
But we might see Camera.
Kamara. That's a camera. I have a camera.
We'll see Kamara on camera.
Oh, yes, we will.
Maybe. So it might be worth going just to see him, what he's all about, because I don't know nothing about him, really.
He loves to run.
He loves to run.
Run the ball. Looking forward to it. Mike.
Very good.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ross. Good luck in your driving lessons, your test, whatever. Yeah, maybe one day.
One day. But thanks for watching Game Day. Disappointing day. But see you later. I was about to say something else, but we're still recording. Bye-bye.